Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your May 2016 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Sagittarius. And just so you guys know, I am going to be bringing back my sex and relationship videos for May, so stay tuned for those. I'm not sure when I'm going to be posting them, but I am letting everybody know, announcing it now, that I will be doing those. And I am trying to phase out my mid-month readings, so those of you who are new, you don't see me post mid-month, then you know why, because there's only so much recording that I can do before my voice dies and I die. So I'm doing 3 sets right now, and it's a lot, so you know, just bear that in mind. But if you would like to have a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. It's very simple. I did do a video on how to book a reading, and I will be putting it in the little info, I think it's in this corner, I'm not sure, that corner. So definitely click on it and watch it if you are new. It's very easy to book. And let's just see what you guys get. Now again, this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Sagittarius, and or anybody who has strong planets in Sagittarius, and for the month of May 2016. So, and I was wearing this strapless dress, okay? You can see it doesn't have any straps, and I was like, it's been super cold. It got really cold in Ellensburg just before I decided to record, and so I was like, I need to throw something else on. So I've committed to wearing this leather jacket because I've never worn it before in my videos, for the remainder of my reading, my sessions. But pardon me if my attire looks a little bit Charlie's Angels. I call it, this is my Charlie's Angels outfit, you know. So anyways, if you guys are wondering why I'm wearing this, I don't really get glammed up. I try to keep it low key, but I got excited, you know, because of May and the flowers and everything. So let's see. I'm just gonna lay out a spread here for you. Now, you may be in a relationship to a Scorpio. A lot of people got this time around, and that's actually interesting because I've been telling everybody that, you know, almost all the signs, with the exception of just like I think 1 or 2, got the 3 of Swords in their reading, okay? And my guys have said that May is like a gateway month. So there are people that have selected to pass away at this time because it's a gateway month. What does that mean on a bigger level? You know, I feel like it's a point in which it's sort of that in-between time where, you know, you're headed out of one phase of your life, but you're yet to go, like, sort of new phase, okay? It's where things come to a final end. There is finality, and then you can start over, okay, too. The 3 of Swords deals with, and I'll hold it up again just so you can see it again, betrayal, sacrifice, and loss. You can see it's a swan that has 3 swords, you know, stabbed through it. Now, it also is, you know, about being, you know, backstabbed in some way by friends. I usually see it being some relationship that you are needing to heal from. Maybe there was betrayal in your relationship, maybe there wasn't. There's some element there where you're not over it yet. And because it's in the distant past for you, you might be getting to that point where you're ready to move on or wanting to move on from the past, but you haven't yet stepped into it yet. This 3 of Swords, though, because it's the foundation, it is clouding the reading and coloring the reading. I'm going to say clouding it because it's a dismal, kind of depressed vibe. And I don't like to see that for Sagittarius. So you may, at some point in May, feel depressed, depressed, or sad, or, maybe there was betrayal in your relationship, maybe there wasn't. There's some element there where you're needing to heal from. Maybe there was betrayal in your relationship, maybe there wasn't. There's some element there where you're needing to heal from. Maybe there was betrayal in your relationship, maybe there wasn't. There's some element there where you're needing to heal from. Maybe there was betrayal in your relationship, maybe there wasn't. There's some element there where you're needing to heal from. Maybe there was betrayal in your relationship, maybe there wasn't. There's some element there where you're needing to heal from. Maybe there was betrayal in your relationship, maybe there wasn't. There's some element there where you're needing to heal from. Maybe there was betrayal in your relationship, maybe there wasn't. There's some element there where you're needing to heal from. Maybe there was betrayal in your relationship, maybe there wasn't. There's some element there where you're needing to heal from. Maybe there was betrayal not your usual self, okay? Sagittarius are very like happy-go-lucky, like need to get things done, going here and going there, doing things, you know, with their friends. And it's just, you know, for you, it may be catching up with you. Something is sort of maybe catching up with you in the sense that, you know, you're feeling like you're not over someone. You know, you may have broken up with someone. This may have happened like the end of April, or this may have happened at the end of March, or this may have happened like 20 years ago. You know, it's going to depend on each person, you know, the timing here. But I feel that because you have the Five of Pentacles showing up with what's coming in from the outside, the universe is telling you that there is hope for relationships, that you can get over it, that you can move on from it. Because the message of the Five of Pentacles is there's a girl here, she's crying in bed. She's sad, she's lonely, she's Miss Lonely Heart. She's wondering, she's thinking to herself, you know, I'm never going to find love, I'm never going to have a relationship. And yet there's this little heart here and this beautiful stained glass window that light is coming through. Light is trying to come through anyways, okay? And she does have friends. She does have, you know, a pet. I want to say it's usually a cat or a dog. It's going to depend, you know, I want to say for some of you it's a cat. Very strongly it's a cat. But some of you it's a dog that you're very, very like close to. And the natural world also, like, so if you were to go outside and spend time outside, you have a connection to nature. And it's very important for you to spend time outside in nature with your pet or pets, because there may be more than one, and feel love from them, feel love that way. There's this element of sadness, and I don't like to see this for Sagittarius, again, because Sagittarius is the one that just doesn't let like the world of sadness bring them down. They just kind of keep a positive outlook, a positive perspective. They keep their head up even when other people are sad and lonely. You know, you may have some planets in you know, some water signs. You do have the Ace of Cups showing up in the position of emotions, and you do have the Page of Cups showing up later down the line. So there is, you know, so maybe some Pisces, we're going to use some Sag Pisces combo here, Sag Cancer combo, Sag Scorpio combo, something like that. Or you may have been, you know, Sagittarius guys in a relationship to a water sign female, or you may end up having feelings for a water sign female in the future, okay? Because you got the Page of Cups later down the line, and the Ace of Cups is new feelings, new beginnings. To me, there's this double-edged sword. Part of the pun with the Three of Swords, a double-edged sword. On the one hand, there may have been someone that you were very close to that passed away in the distant past, okay? And there may be someone new that is on the horizon, or that you have feelings for, but it's sort of like they're bumping, the energies are bumping, they're rubbing up against each other. So it's because it's like, maybe it's starting to get serious, or maybe you're, you know, you have feelings, like really strong feelings for someone, and yet you're still dealing with some kind of betrayal element from a current partner or a past partner, which you're not quite over. So it's the energies are like fighting against each other, I feel like, in this reading, because the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles is heartbreak, it's sadness, it's loss, it's depression, it's feeling lonely, it's feeling unloved, it's feeling, you know, again, I feel like this is a death. For some of you, it's a death, okay, in the family, or this is a death, you know, of someone that you loved. You know, this is a partner. I feel like for some of you, it was a partner who passed away very strongly. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it was a partner. Or for some of you, it may have been a younger person, you know, a younger boy, younger girl. It may have been like a child too, not like a young child, but like someone who is, you know, I want to say he's like a teenager or somebody like that. Like it could be a teenager or someone in their early 20s that passed away. So this is some grieving. So there's some grieving here. There's some sense of loss. Now this is past hurt, old hurt. So this is old wounds. Something that's like, I don't feel like this is still present in you, in your energy, but it's not like, you know, you're losing someone tomorrow. I don't feel like the loss that you're dealing with is like fresh. I feel like the loss that you're dealing with is old. Some of you may just be breaking up with a boyfriend or girlfriend, like mid-May, you know, that could happen. And it is triggering your past loss, okay? Maybe it's triggering the loss that you had in the past. And so it's sort of just like, and you may have had feelings for that new boyfriend. You may have had feelings for the new girlfriend, or you may have started over. So there's this element of the old starting over and then more loss. It's for some of you, but I feel like for most of you, it's sort of just being triggered somehow. The old loss or the old thing that was hurtful, the old betrayal that was hurtful is getting triggered. It's, you know, for some of you, it still may be fresh in some way. But let me see what else I see. Okay. So you also have the Eight of Swords in the recent past, which is the Karmic card. Okay, karma here. This is also feeling very stuck, feeling like you can't, you know, get out of a situation, or you can't move forward. This is, you know, feeling stuck in traffic. This is Mercury retrograde, so you may be feeling very stuck in traffic, have issues in traffic. But the karma card is about lessons. It's about learning things. It's about, you know, in the karma, there's all different kinds of karma. And I'm making a deck. You guys are going to see it eventually. I haven't finished it yet, but it's going to include all the different kinds of karma that you can experience. You can experience financial karma. You can experience karma with actions, whereas like you have to actually not do certain things to prove in a way that you've learned the lesson. There's karma with just lessons, whereas like if you really fully, like even mentally just understand what not to do, you can check it off your list and yes, you've learned it. There's karma in relationships where there's been betrayal elements, and there's karma in relationships where you're learning different kinds of relationships to have. You know, sometimes in past lives we've experienced being the male. Sometimes it's important for us to experience being the female. Sometimes it's about wanting to experience different aspects of a relationship, different kinds of relationships, short-term relationships, long-term relationships. So some people, it's, you know, the karma is, it's not necessarily bad, okay, too, either, because it's just something that you want to experience, but it may seem like it may suck. So like say in the past life, you know, you had like 10 kids. And this life you wanted to experience not having any, you might feel like it sucks because in this life you might really, really want to have kids. For some reason you can't. And so that's the karma. So it's, you know, there's all different types of karma, but I feel like for you, there may be some financial karma here too that you're going through because you have the Page of Swords, and this is being lifted up out of hardship. It's linking up with being lifted up out of hardship. So I feel like you've completed some karma in the past enough so that you're able to come out of a time of hardship, any kind of financial hardship. You do have the King of Pentacles in the immediate future, which is a strong financial card. Okay, this is a lot of times saving, not spending. This is also doing things that are great for business. If you're a business owner, this is a really good business time. A great time for investments. This is absolute success. Whatever you put your mind to, you're going to succeed. So I feel like there's this past heartbreak, this past sort of dark cloud, dark energy hanging over your head, but I feel like you're moving out of that. There's some element of movement. You may be moving away. Some of you are separating with a partner. There may have been some separation, you know, in the past. I feel like it's like you actually doing it in May, either the beginning to middle of May. I want to say you're separating from a partner if you're female, specifically female if you are in a relationship to a Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius, another Sagittarius, Leo, Capricorn, or Taurus male. There's a lot of Leo energy here too. You may want to stay friends with, an ex. I would not, okay? If you're breaking up with a partner. I feel like there's two different guys here side by side. The Knight of Wands followed by the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like you may have like a young son and you may be married and there is stability within your marriage and in your family. I feel like very strongly. So it may not be you that's like, again, you may not have suffered this loss. This loss may have come through the death of a loved one or come through in the past in some way. This may have also been financial loss for some of you, having gone through some kind of financial loss, financial karma. You do have the Seven of Pentacles crowning you, which is a card about you needing to change your diet. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm mentioning this again. Definitely working on your diet is something you need to do, okay? Fruits and vegetables, whole grains, things like that. Like you need to really, some of you just need to juice, okay? Again, there is a very strong connection to nature here. Planting in a garden. I've been saying this in all my videos. I actually started planting this little garden at the St. Andrews Community Food Bank Garden over here in Ellensburg. And I actually have an Instagram account, which I'm going to be showing my updates of my garden and how it progresses throughout the summer. And it's brought me so much zen and happiness and joy. I can't even tell you. Like, it's making me so happy. I can't. There is nothing else that I really want to do. It's just, all I want to do is stay there and garden. If you can get outside, if you can plant a garden, it will, some of you, grow some tomatoes, even if it's like in the windowsill of your apartment, do something with some plants. It will help the energy in your apartment or your house. And it will bring on more financial prosperity too, okay, just so you know, because it's followed by the King of Pentacles. You got the Seven of Pentacles plus the King of Pentacles. So financial prosperity, financial abundance. The Seven of Pentacles is also about waiting, okay, waiting on something, waiting for the harvest, waiting for the right time. The thing is, the story of this Seven of Pentacles is a girl who's examining the fruit, okay, she's looking at it, she's like, is it time to pick it? Is it not time to pick it? Should I wait? Should I not wait? So there may be something you're kind of examining, you're looking at. Should I apply to school? Should I do this job or do that job? When is the right time for me to have the surgery? When is the right time for me to, enlist in the army, whatever it is that you're thinking about doing. Some of it's with your kids, like maybe signing them up for some like after school activity, dance classes, singing classes, music, whatever you're doing. It's like there's an element of not sure when to do something. If you're waiting to move out or you're waiting for someone to move out, that also could be in play here. Or if you're waiting to move forward with some project too in some way. I also see the Seven of Pentacles. It's a strong Scorpio, Sagittarius men, Scorpio female card here. Because the Seven of Pentacles is, I always see it as a Scorpio card, being very sensual, sexual, okay? Sexuality too. So some of you may be feeling very horny, and I know this is not a sex relation video, but you may be feeling very horny beginning of May. It's sort of just like your sex drive may suddenly like turn on or like be cranked up or something, especially if you have any Scorpio in your chart. I'm not getting very much else about the card. It's just, to me, it's sexuality. To me, it's sensuality. To me, it's like wanting to have sex, I do see that. You may have the hots for a certain person. You also have, you know, you may be having a lot of sex at the beginning of May, you know, good for you, you know, keeping my fingers crossed for you, you know. But then at the same time, you may be having, you know, feelings for someone as well, you know, starting a new relationship, starting something new. But the thing is there is this element of sadness kind of throwing the monkey wrench in this whole thing. So despite the fact that, okay, so like say for instance, you may be like really happy in a relationship. You may be like, things may be going really, really well. Let's just say you're in a relationship and things are going really, really well. It may come out of the blue that, you know, something has happened to, you know, someone in the family, okay? Or maybe it may come out of the blue, you know, that your partner wants a divorce, you know, or that, you know, a friend's getting a divorce, or there's something going on, you know, there's something that is just throwing the monkey wrench into it, that's going on around you that's making you very upset, okay? I feel like you're going to be very upset. But it's only going to be for a brief period of time. I feel like it's going to be like an interruption mid-May to your train of thought. So your train of thought right now, like you're going la-ti-da, things are going good. You maybe, you know, you're planting a garden, and maybe you're starting a relationship, and maybe you're moving out of, you know, a situation that was bad, and you're kind of going la-ti-da, things are going good. And then suddenly it may hit you that you don't have a relationship any longer, or it may hit you that you did get a divorce in the past, or you may hit you that for some reason somebody passed away and you're still grieving that person. It's just sort of like there's an element of rehash here. And I always say Sagittarius are big recyclers. They're big recyclers. So they go through situations, I feel like, over and over again, because they're not changing enough. They don't want to let it go. They feel like they can fix it, they can change it, they can master it. But in this situation, you can't. This is like getting back with an ex, and then, you know, after you sleep with them a few days later, getting your heart broken again. Because they've left, because they're no longer there, because they tell you, you know what, it really isn't going to work out this time, you know, kind of thing. So don't go back and revisit any past wounds. I would say don't rehash. If a partner, if you've been fighting with a partner too about something over and over again, let it go, okay? You need to move on from it. Don't hold on to it, okay? In a way, I feel like some of you need healing, because I feel like you're having a difficult time healing. It's like a wound that just kind of keeps reopening, and it's going to start to fester at some point because you're not letting it heal. It's like something that you're thinking about too over and over again, something that you've gone through. Some of you may have like post-traumatic stress. Some of you may have a little bit of OCD, where it's just like you're going through in your mind over something over and over again, and you can't figure it out. So you're like, well, I can't figure out why this person does this, and I can't figure out why this happened. Or again, there's a strong Scorpio vibe here. So it's like, you need to understand that not everything in life you can understand at the time you go through it. You have to journal, and then you have to reread, you know, a year or two later and be like, oh my God, that's why I went through that. Or, oh my God, that's what I was learning at that time. You know, my guide is showing me. I moved into this apartment, you know, it was like we'll call it a sublet, okay, where I actually started my videos, you know, in 2014, at the end of 2014, well, it was very, very late August, early September, okay, of 2014, and at that time, I didn't really want to move there, but I had no choice. Financially, I had to move there. I had to do something. So I just did it, okay? And I was really unhappy. You know, I mean, it wasn't the worst place to live, but I mean, I was just going through a lot at that time. And I look back on it now, okay, years later, and I'm very grateful for having moved there, because at that time, you know, like I didn't have any really other great options, and it was a stepping stone. And May, to me, I want you to see as a stepping stone. You may not understand why whatever the next step, it doesn't have to be perfect either. Some of you are perfectionists, and some of you are trying to make the best move, the biggest move. You don't have to do that. You can just make a small step in some direction that benefits your life situation, whether it's moving into a smaller, apartment, or downsizing, selling a house that you've had and it's just like a dead weight, it's a cloud hanging over your head for so long. You need to lighten. Sagittarius need to lighten their load. They need to be able to be footloose and fancy free. And sometimes it's not about the best life decisions. It's about going and doing something, and it's a stepping stone. And later you'll be grateful for whatever step you took in any direction, because it will prove to be a learning experience. And I look back on it, and I look back on that little apartment that I had with, 2 roommates, and I was just like, and it wasn't the ideal situation, and at the time I wasn't grateful for it, but I am very much grateful for it now, because it gave me my business. I would never have, been in the mindset to try to start, a YouTube channel or start doing videos, and, I just learned a lot from it, and so I look back and I'm very, very grateful for it, and just having gone through that stepping stone experience, and because not everything is meant to be forever. So Sagittarius need to embrace just the stepping stone, taking a step and saying, you know what, who the hell cares? I'm going to go to the park today, and I'm going to go, check out the Lincoln Memorial, or I'm going to go, rollerblade, and I'm going to go downtown and go shopping, or whatever it is that you want to do, whatever stepping stone in your life that you're making, whether it's small or large. I feel like the stepping stone is what you need. And I don't want you to like hold yourself up and be like, well, if I'm only going to be making the stepping stone, I might as well just stay where I am. No. Or if I'm just going to be making the stepping stone, I might as well shoot bigger and do that. No. Okay. You need to just take the smaller step. Okay. The small step will lead you into a bigger fields, bigger pasture. Okay. And you won't even realize it's happening. And there will be a lot of opportunities that open up for you because of it. So, that's where I'm going to leave off here. I think this has been a good reading. I feel like there's going to be some challenges, but overall, I feel like you are going to come out of it okay. And yeah, that's all I have for you. So I send you big hugs, like I always do. Big hugs, big kisses. I wish you guys all the best, and I will be back again doing more videos. So stay tuned. All right, take care. All the best. Bye.